Article 300.11 Code of the National Electrical Code, which is also adopted by the National Fire Protection Association, specifically addresses the use of Schedule 80 polyvinyl chloride, commonly referred to as Schedule 80 PVC, as a raceway. A raceway, in electrical terms, is any channel designed and used expressly for holding wires, cables, or bus bars. Raceways can be made of various materials, including metal, plastic, and concrete. They provide mechanical protection and a pathway for electrical conductors. Article 300.11 Code states that Schedule 80 PVC is not permitted for use as a raceway in concealed spaces. Concealed spaces are defined as areas that are rendered inaccessible by the structure or finish of the building. These spaces typically include areas above suspended ceilings, within wall cavities, and other similar locations where the raceway is hidden from view after construction is complete. The restriction on using Schedule 80 PVC in concealed spaces is primarily due to fire safety concerns. PVC is a combustible material, and when exposed to fire, it can release toxic fumes and contribute to the spread of flames. In concealed spaces, where fires may not be immediately detected, the use of PVC raceways poses a significant fire hazard. The code prohibits the use of Schedule 80 PVC in concealed spaces for several reasons. Firstly, it aims to prevent the spread of fire. If a fire originates within a wall cavity or above a suspended ceiling, the PVC raceway can act as a fuel source, allowing the fire to spread more rapidly to other areas of the building. Secondly, it reduces the risk of toxic fumes. When PVC burns, it releases hazardous gases such as hydrogen chloride, which can be harmful to occupants and firefighters. By limiting the use of PVC in concealed spaces, the code minimizes the potential for exposure to these toxic fumes. Thirdly, it maintains the integrity of fire-rated assemblies. Many buildings have fire-rated walls and ceilings designed to contain a fire for a specified period, typically 1 or 2 hours. The use of combustible materials such as PVC within these assemblies can compromise their fire resistance rating, allowing the fire to spread more quickly. Given this prohibition, the scenario described, where Schedule 80 PVC is extended from the slab or finished floor into the bottom of a fire alarm termination cabinet mounted 48 inches above the finished floor, presents a code violation if the portion of the PVC conduit is in a concealed space. The area behind the wall extending up to the fire alarm termination cabinet is considered a concealed space. Therefore, using Schedule 80 PVC in this manner would be against both the National Electrical Code and National Fire Protection Association standard. Several alternative wiring methods are permitted for use in concealed spaces. These include, firstly, metal conduits such as electrical metallic tubing, secondly, rigid metal conduit, and thirdly, intermediate metal conduit. Metal conduits are non-combustible and provide superior fire protection compared to PVC. They are the preferred choice for raceways in concealed spaces where fire safety is a primary concern. Fourthly, armored cable is also permitted. Armored cable consists of insulated conductors enclosed in a flexible metal sheath. It provides mechanical protection and is suitable for use in both exposed and concealed locations. Fifthly, mineral insulated cable is allowed. Mineral insulated cable consists of copper conductors insulated with a mineral compound and enclosed in a copper sheath. It is highly resistant to fire and moisture and is often used in hazardous locations. Sixthly, flexible metal conduit may be used. Flexible metal conduit is a flexible raceway made of metal. It is suitable for use in short runs and where flexibility is required. When selecting a wiring method for use in concealed spaces, it is essential to consider several factors. Firstly, the fire rating of the building. Secondly, the type of occupancy. Thirdly, the environmental conditions. In some cases, it may be necessary to use a combination of wiring methods to meet the specific requirements of the installation. It is also crucial to ensure that all wiring methods are installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code and any local building codes. Improperly installed wiring can create a fire hazard and pose a risk to occupants. When working with electrical systems, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the installation is safe and code compliant. An electrician can assess the specific requirements of the project and recommend the appropriate wiring methods and materials. The height of the fire alarm termination cabinet, 48 inches above the finished floor, does not impact the code violation. The violation stems from the use of Schedule 80 PVC in a concealed space, regardless of the height of the termination cabinet. The National Electrical Code is a comprehensive set of standards for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. It is updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology and best practices. The National Fire Protection Association publishes the National Electrical Code, and it is widely adopted by state and local jurisdictions throughout the United States. Compliance with the National Electrical Code is essential to ensure the safety of buildings and their occupants. Failure to comply with the code can result in fines, penalties, and even legal action. It is the responsibility of electrical contractors and installers to be familiar with the latest edition of the National Electrical Code and to ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with its requirements. The National Electrical Code covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. It provides detailed requirements for the safe installation of electrical systems in residential, commercial, and industrial buildings. The National Electrical Code is a complex document, and it is essential to have a thorough understanding of its provisions before undertaking any electrical work. Many resources are available to help electrical contractors and installers understand the National Electrical Code, including training courses, seminars, and online resources. It is also advisable to consult with a qualified electrical inspector to ensure that all work is code compliant. In summary, the use of Schedule 80 PVC as a raceway in concealed spaces is prohibited by Article 300.11 Code of the National Electrical Code and the National Fire Protection Association standards. This prohibition is due to fire safety concerns, as PVC is a combustible material that can release toxic fumes when burned. Alternative wiring methods, such as metal conduit and armored cable, are permitted for use in concealed spaces. It is essential to comply with the National Electrical Code to ensure the safety of buildings and their occupants. When installing electrical systems, always consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the work is safe and code compliant. Remember that the height of the fire alarm termination cabinet does not change the fact that using Schedule 80 PVC in a concealed space is a code violation.